All right, family. Black again. Double or nothing. Now, here we go. It's the Truth Hour with General Sara, Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. This Sunday, February the 12th, is going down the classic of classics from Naga to Nigga. That's right, African origins of the Hindu Kush. Epic presentation. Cannot be touched nowhere on the planet. You understand what I'm saying? Been doing this research heavy for the last, over 12 years. And so it didn't reach epic proportions. It's just one you don't want to miss. It's so much information, so many portals that lead all over the planet, all over the cosmos. Don't you dare miss it. The link is right there in the chat, in the video description. Click that link and begin to think. And I'll see you this Sunday, February 12th, 2 p.m. We'll be starting, and guaranteed it will be a ride of your intellectual life. That's right. Ring the alarm, KingCity.com, online marketplace. At this time, we got 25% off everything under the sales tab. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. There's a lot of, beautiful products up under that sales tab, and you can get them for 25% off. Don't you dare miss it. We got DVD lectures. Yes, we do. Classic and Jurassic T-shirts and hoodies for the kings and queens. We got African and Kemetic jewelry, necklaces, medallions, talismans. We got finger rings, earrings. We got bracelets. We got men's warrior cuffs. We got everything under the sun, family. KingCity.com. Holistic herbal tonics and remedies. Black seed, living bitter, organic immunity booster with sea moss. We got the natural men's tonic, extra strong for your family. Extra strong for your family. Get you together. That's right, KingCity.com. We got home decor, accessories for the living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. We got you, KingCity.com. Come and get that 25% off. Ring the alarm, GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. Over 900 fire videos on African heritage, history, spirituality, nation building, developing the Black nation one lesson at a time. The complete General Sara Seti web site. Get your ass in class right now. Right now. Get in class, family. Highlighting the deep state attempt to recreate themselves through gene editing as God. Serious information. They trying to block this information. This shit right here is serious. What's going on out here? And so you got to get this information. Been doing it, gonna continue to do it. Secret genetic experiments, human animal hybrids, and a lot of this shit already got animal. Listen to me, already got animal DNA in it. You see, the making of the white man, from the caves of Europe to the hills of Appalachia. The catalog, library, infamous, shocking information. Just one subject, but letting you know, we most definitely out here telling the truth where nobody else is willing to go there. We go all the way there. That's where we go. And so you make sure you get on over there, GeneralSeti.com today, overnight. You cannot be without this valuable artillery for this day and age. General Seti, keep it popping on Patreon, BPC, making noise, we never calm. Exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube. That's right, we putting it down. It's extensive. The false teachings of the metal natter. Champellion exposed. I'm going to have to give it to these niggas again. I'm not done with them. You see, Walter Williams versus Ashraf Quasi. Has the Egyptian hieroglyphs been deciphered? Got to get on them. We got to see what's the truth out here. You understand? We cannot be going down no road that leads to nowhere. You see, the jinn, and the dragon, occult prophecies of divine Black people revealed. You see, so a lot of our information is hid in the occult. And so we got to peel back the veil so we can get down to the truth of who we are. We are the primordials of the earth. We are the black primordials straight from the cosmos. We are that. We are the sun. We are the cosmos in flesh on this planet, wrapped up. Everything on the outside is on the inside. You see? Let's deal with it. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. King Seti, General Seti, Sara, Suten Seti. Rock that notification bell. Give a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing crazy because I will ban your ass. You will be up out of here, nigga. You're never coming back. Period. Okay? And so this is part 2. We extend our hands. We on Facebook too, General Seti. Y'all already know how I do. You know how I do. You see what I'm saying? Keeping this information out here first and foremost with the family. How the Roman Catholics influenced the creation of Islam. You know, because some niggas think they run into the Holy of Holies. You see, when they over there, they over there, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. You see, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. You see, they over there running and thinking they got something pure. You understand what I'm saying? Straight from Allah. You understand? But it ain't nothing but straight from Allah. You ain't understand? Thinking it's from straight from Allah and it's straight from Allah. That's all that is. You see, and you trying to fool me, but you're not going to fool me. You see? No, you ain't, because we're going to bring and drop the truth on you tonight. We're going to drop the truth. And whether it hurt, I know it hurt. Supposed to hurt. You sitting up there living a lie, supposed to hurt. Now, number one, the one thing in the places I do go, because I'm gonna be on this for a minute. You see, and the thing is that during my studies, you see, I start with things that's on a megalithic scale. I start with the architecture. You see, and then I'll get down because I work and show you all this, you looking and thinking they different and they not goddamn different. You see, they not goddamn different. They the same. I used to hear these stories how the Catholics and it started Islam. And then you got people's on YouTube, they go both sides. Well, it's not true. That's off. No, that's a goddamn lie. There has been some heavy influence by the Roman Catholics and the Jews on Islam. Heavy. Okay, let's start with that architecture. Now, if the one thing that they did, because the Arab didn't have no architecture. As I study history, they say the Arab was the most, at the time of Muhammad, the Arab was the most backwardest people on the planet. Backward. They call it the age of ignorance. They call it Jahiliyyah. Jahiliyyah, the age of ignorance. Now they try to make it seem like, that was the age where the Arab was without Islam. No. You was you didn't have no literature. You didn't have no architecture. Y'all out there in them deserts, living in them damn tents. You were, with them goats and them camels. That's what you was doing. You see? You didn't have nothing of civilization. And so they themselves called it the age of ignorance, the Jahiliyyah. And so they didn't have no architecture. So anybody that they conquered, they became an assimilator. They the great, the greatest, and the European, the great assimilators. Ain't got nothing. So anything they conquer, they duplicate it and then put their name on it. Or just, goddamn it, they don't even duplicate it. They use the building. They repaint the images on the wall and shit. The Muslims is good for that. You understand? Move right on in your building. Just scratch all your writings off the wall and paint over your shit. That's what they do. And so here you looking at the Taj Mahal. Now the thing is, you got to understand the dome. That's the because I know the earlier Hindu Kush temples. They were built on the Egyptian style. the sacred oblong. Now the dome still is out of the African science, which I could break that down. You see what I'm saying? But nevertheless, you see what I'm saying? It's the Romans that, who standardized the dome like that on their buildings. You see, they was the ones that standardized that. So when Alexander, you see, and his generals, when they, Alexander conquered, what portions of the world he did during his time around 332 BC, a little earlier than that. You see what I'm saying? I believe 320s, the 320s to 330s BC. He went on his tirade and went across the world conquering and pillaging and burning. And so he set up what they call the Hellenistic age. Now, a lot of people don't know that in Islam, they consider Alexander to be a prophet. People don't know that. They call him the horned one because he had the ram's horn of Zeus Ammon. You see what I'm saying? So they called him the horned one. You see, they call him Dual. I forget his name. Matter of fact, let me get it for you just so you can look it up. Let me see. Karnan. Dual Karnan. Dualqarnayn. Dual al Karnan is Karnan. Karnan. Dual al Karnan. This is his name. And so that's Alexander. You see, there's Alexander. And the crazy shit about it, that even in the Hadith, now what is the Hadith for a family out there that don't know what the Hadith? It's very similar to what you call the Apocrypha. You know how you got the Apocrypha? Those are Gnostic books that didn't make it into the canon, but still considered to be, somewhat holy. You see what I'm saying? That, people's in Christianity still look to the books. They still go in the books. They still use them for references, to verify some things that's in the canon. So the Hadith is supposedly sayings and, that other people heard Muhammad say. It didn't go into the Quran, but it was supposedly sayings that other people heard Muhammad say. Okay? And so in the Hadith, it says that the Greeks and the Romans are children of Abraham. You see? So I want y'all to know the influence that the Romans and the Greeks have over the Arab, because they nothing but a Roman and a Greek. You see? They barbarians. You see, and the Arab came down into what, quote unquote, is Arabia today, which is Kush in the ancient world. They came by way of Alexander. They was not there before Alexander. None of them. Okay, all of that was Kush, period. You see? And so when you look at the Taj Mahal, you see the similarity. You see the dome, and I want you, and you even see the three domes. You see the two small. That's the same building. You see? That is the very same building. So you see right there that they taken architecture from the Romans. Yeah, they taken from, but when I show you, and it's still some Egyptian in there, but it's hidden. You see, you're going to have to go inside and get the blueprint out. And when you get the blueprint out, you'll still see that the oblong is still in there. It's in there, but it's hidden by the outside, the facade of the outside. You see? And so the Muslim, we most definitely see that they was in tents. So they didn't have no fucking architecture. Now, the Indian is something different, but you can see that the standard mosque with the dome come from the Roman citadel. That's what it come from. Okay? So you can assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum all you want. And so even when you look here at St. Peter's Basilica, you can see the stolen obelisk, Tutmosis No, is that no, I don't know if that one's Tutmosis. I believe it might be Tutmosis Obelisk. I know that one in Paris is the one from in front of the Temple of Luxor. You see, that's the one from the it was two, and they tore down one, and so the one that's in Paris is the one from in front of the Temple of Luxor. So when you look at the minaret, you see the dome, you see the minaret, and you look at the dome of St. Peter's, and you see that obelisk there because the minaret is only a revision of the obelisk. Remember, they was in goddamn in tents. And there's nowhere in the Quran where it says build a mosque for me that look with the geometric blueprint of what you see here today. So where did they get it from? Because they didn't get it from Quran, and there was no mosque that looked like this at the time of Muhammad. Where did they get it from? You see, and so again, you see here, this is a mosque, and this is in Tokyo, Japan. And you can see it's built like the Byzantine. Now that goes back to what Walter Williams was saying, because the oldest church in the world is the Hagia Sophia, right there in Turkey, and we're gonna bring that out. And that when the Muslims conquered the Byzantine Empire, which they do, if you go over to Turkey right now, they in the Hagia Sophia, and they done made it a mosque. You see what I'm saying? Before they come into Turkey, they didn't have no mosque or made, and with architecture on that level. And so when they conquered Constantinople and took over the Byzantine Empire, they moved inside of all them churches over there and turned them into mosques. And that became the blueprint for mosques all over the world. Sick of it. Okay, you got to tell the truth. We got to tell the truth. You see, and so this one in China, and you can see that this is still the Hagia Sophia. Now, do I got the Hagia Sophia? I should have it in here. I got a bunch of them up here. Where's the Hagia? That should have been first and foremost. Let me see. That should have been first and foremost. If not, I'm going to just throw it on in there. I don't know why I didn't have it in there. There you go. There you go, right there. See, now that's the Hagia Sophia. That's the first church ever, right there. They didn't have no church in no damn Rome or none of that. The goddamn Christians was under siege. They say the first, and that's a lie. He did it for political reasons. He wasn't no damn Christian. We talking about Constantine. You see, Constantine is supposedly the first Christian emperor, but he moved his capital to Constantinople. Rome was dying out. And see, Constantinople sit right there on the Bosporus, which is the boundary between Asia and Europe. You see? And so he wanted to control that trade. You understand? He knew that Rome was dying out, and those who control that area right there, that's where the riches was. So he moved his capital right there to what you're looking at, Constantinople. Okay? And so this became the central city of Christianity. You see, this was the capital of Christianity, not Rome. When Constantinople fell, and I believe it fell in 1453. Okay, 1453. And then let me see when St. Peter's Basilica was finished. It was completed in six. Matter of fact, they didn't even start constructing it until 1506. It was completed in 1626. That's right, St. Peter's Basilica. So a lot of people look and think that, that's the oldest. That's bullshit. When you looking at that right there, that one's right there was constructed around 500 and some AD. So now, it's almost 1,000 years older than St. Peter's Basilica. You see, so this was the citadel of Christianity. And so again, in 1453, the Muslims took it over. They conquered, and what y'all looking at, this is called the Eastern Roman Empire. It's still the Roman Empire, but it's Eastern Roman Empire, which got a lot of Greek influence. You see, but they still consider themselves to be Romans. You see what I'm saying? And so you see here, this is called the Blue Mosque. And this was the mosque, the next major, and you can see it used the Hagia Sophia as the model, you see? And so this is how the Muslims end up getting, and you can see right here, all over the world where they use the Byzantine style, where it looked Eastern Orthodox style, the church, which looks so similar. And now this is a mosque. These are mosques. But this was the church that was used as the model for mosques all over the world. You see? And so we had to bring that out. You see, and you can see right here, and I don't know particularly if these minarets have been added, which they probably was added after the fall. You see? And so now the thing is, nevertheless, even in with the St. Peter's Basilica, you can still see even after that the influence that even St. Peter's Basilica has had on Islam. You see here the three domes at the top of the Mosque of Mecca. Now they don't have the large one in the middle, but they do have the three domes at the top. You see, and wherever you go in the Islamic world, you see they got the three domes. Where did they get it from? Where did they get it from? All you have to do is go back here. All you have to do is go back here to St. Peter's Basilica. And matter of fact, St. Peter's Basilica and I believe it's St. Paul's Church in England is where you get the Capitol building. This is where they took the design for the Capitol building, right here in the United States, because this was and then you got another one over there. I believe this is in Italy. You understand what I'm saying? I believe this one is called. Now this is St. Paul's Cathedral in London. You see, and that's the Egyptian, no doubt about it. That's the Egyptian temple, and I can lay that out. You see, in here too. You see, this is another older, one of the churches. But when we talking about the dome. You see, we talking about that dome. So when you talk about the Capitol building, St. Paul's in London, and St. Peter's Basilica is what they use to make wherever your state building, these are the two buildings that they use to create your Capitol building, your state capitol, and the United States Capitol. And so you can continue to go and you see these three, now this is a church. You see, now this is a church. And you go all over the Muslim world, they got the three domes too. You see, where they borrowed from the church. They didn't have nothing. So once you start seeing them steal and borrow, they ain't have nothing. Then they also borrow other ceremonies or prostrations. And I could show that, but I'm only going to stay on this for right now because I'm going to come back and do part 2s and part 3s. But just to show you in the architecture, that it was taken up out of the Roman architecture. Now, even when you start talking about the arches, now the Romans got arches from the Egyptians, period. You see, the arch, and I can show you an arch. All you have to do is go to Abydos. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just, because a lot of people think that the Romans, no, the Egyptians. Arch, Temple of Abydos. Let me see. That one right there. Oh, yep, that's one right there. I need it. Well, that's pretty decent. That's pretty decent. I don't know why it ain't showing the whole top. What is this? I need a like heavy megapixels. Okay, well that's pretty decent. I ain't trying to do this forever. Okay, let me put it right here. Now this is in the Temple of Abydos, and you can see right there that they used arches in the Temple of Abydos. Let me show you another one. This show this a bigger. Let me see. Let me see if I can put it in. See, this one clear. So you can see this room was built on the arch. So you see the arches is in ancient Egypt. The Egyptians created the arch. So I don't want y'all to be fooled at all. This is where the Roman got the arch from. But the Muslim got it from the Roman. You see? He got it from the Roman. So when you go in here and you look and you see these arches now this is Moorish. This is Moorish now. Now the Moors didn't get it from the Roman. You see what I'm saying? They didn't get it from the Roman because the African already had it. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of their architecture was coming up out of Egypt anyway. So they were already familiar with the arch. You see, now another thing, when you look here at this mosque, and when we start talking about the arch of the Romans, because they got a lot of arches, you can see the arches the front of the Roman mosque. You see, when you see that large arch in there, that's what it is. You see, so you can see right there when I brought it up, it's nothing but they put the little, design in there, but that's what it is. It's the arch. You see the large arch that the Romans got all over Rome. They done been knocked on and knocked down and so on and so forth. But this is where you see, this is where they get a lot. Now, this is another Roman arch. And you can, this is in Jordan, and you can see right here in Islam, you can see again the arch is being used. So this is from the Romans. So when we ask what the Muslim took, did the Catholics or the Romans in general? You see, and so I want to be specific when I say that I'm saying that it goes all of it goes back to Rome. You see, regardless of the Catholic. You see, but this is where they got their influence from. They got it. You can see the arch here and over here. You can see it in the architecture. You see, and so as we see here and look, and we see this influence that the Romans had on Islam. You see, we're open more now for the next series and the next video that I'm gonna show you. You see, because we're gonna move from one state to the next and show and prove that not only was they taking architecture, they was taking a whole lot of other things. You see, and I'm gonna tell you, and I'm not gonna touch on that. That's deep. You know what I'm saying? That's it's gonna take a minute for me to deal with. And so we wanted to stay true to just this particular this particular part of the series dealing with the architecture, the Muslims taking the geometric design of the mosque from the Roman cathedrals. You see, that's where they got them from, and when you look at the front of a lot of those mosques, you see what? The Roman arch, which, you know, which is a ceremonial piece that they use for the emperors for victories and so on. And so they would use it as a commemorative monument for a victory battle or a war that was won. And you can see that arch is in the front of the mosque along with the dome. Okay. And so as we go further and further into, you know, this series, you should be open to say, well, okay, they took this, what else did they take? And then be open when I bring the Christian and the Muslim who's stealing. They don't have shit. They don't have shit. They stealing and renaming shit. And you think it's been with Christianity or Islam or Judaism for the very beginning? That's a damn lie. I pull up with goddamn receipts. I don't care what you believe. You can call Jesus, Moses, and Allah and get all their ass down. We can have a meeting. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm tired. You say thou shalt not steal, and motherfuckers stealing all over the place. You see, thou shalt not tell a lie. You lying. You lying. You saying that this belongs and you a lie. That's African. You done stole our history. You done stole and told us that we shouldn't go to our temple. Ain't that listen to what they saying though. They telling you, don't go to your temple. Don't go to your ancestor temple. And then I'll show you the blueprints. They just stole the whole damn temple of your ancestors until you don't go there and worship and venerate your ancestors, and they done stole the blueprints. You see, come on over here with me. Come on over here with me and be a pagan and a heathen. You see, come on in over here. Let me tweak your mind, nigga, with all these fabricated, you know what I'm saying, fabricated stories. You know what I'm saying? And here you don't need no damn mythology because all your ancestors didn't build structures that didn't shock the world. Sciences, and they ain't need no damn mythologies. These is real individuals, and the evidence is still goddamn standing. And I dare anybody anywhere in the world to go in the Bible and find me one fucking tomb. Not two, one. You understand? I ain't gonna even make it hard on you. You ain't even got to find me two. Just find me one. You see, no tombs. You understand? But you want to steal the legacy of the pyramids from our people. Tell our people that the Jews built the pyramids, and we can't even find one fucking tomb of any prophet or king in the Bible nowhere in Israel. What happened to all that fucking knowledge that went into building the pyramid? If you built a pyramid, then it should be easy for us to find legitimate tombs for your kings and your prophets, and we have not found one. And that's unexcusable to be, and you God's chosen. That's weak. You God's chosen. There should be some perks with that. There should be some goddamn perks with being God's people. Goddamn, even the damn pagans got temples that still standing, and you God's people, and we can't find one fucking tomb, one damn for the God's holy prophets. God can't look out for his people no better than that. We got to look into this shit. Something ain't right. We got to look into this shit, people. Something ain't right with this shit. All right, family. The last one is up. We going out with a bang. Don't you dare miss it. From Naga to Nigga this Sunday, the African origins of the Hindu Kush. Click that link, begin to think. KingCity.com, 25% off at this time. Don't you dare miss it. Go and get you something nice. You see what I'm saying? Go and get you something nice. Seti University, over 900 videos. God damn it, by tomorrow it's going to be 1,000. You see, just pile it up. This is the great library of Alexandria of the day. You see what I'm saying? Going over there in Patreon, when you looking for that smoke, that fire, that extra research that you know the general is bound to do, get on over there to Patreon. I got some fire over there. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Fire. Okay. This is the general saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power. I'll be right back. Peace.